So, what do you do, Matt?
In life?
Not in life, but like, what do you? Because I know that you film a lot with like Heath and Zane and David
Yes.
and everybody. And I remember you made that really good vlog like 2 years ago. That was like, this is my first vlog.
Oh, and
I'm
I
gonna
didn't do it.
And you didn't do
And
it.
I didn't do
and
it.
You didn't do anything
Okay.
after that. Why?
Because, I mean, it's kind of a long story, but I think the first thing that I would say is that it's just, I realized I didn't really want to do it. Or like, I had kind of a vision of doing YouTube, and then I had to kind of take a step back and figure out really like what I really valued, what really was going to make me happy.
Yeah.
And I think that was just kind of focusing on my main interests. Like,
Which are what?
like photography and like writing film and like making like true film, or at least that's what I want to get into.
Well, it seemed to me like the thing that you were doing, because I watched it and it didn't look like a traditional like vlog, like, hey, what's up, guys? It looked to me more like cinematography.
Yeah,
It looked like it looked like you were going to be the guy that got the aerial shots and like the really cool shots when everyone else was vlogging.
Yes,
You know,
and that was my intention, but I think like some things in life came up and made me kind of like sit back, reevaluate.
Yeah.
And I just kind of came to terms like, if I'm gonna do YouTube, I want to do something that I feel like is me, is truly me, and not doing something just to make everyone else happy.
Oh,
because like
sure,
mental
yeah.
health is like very important.
Yeah, I get that.
But actually, no, I have been working on this one YouTube video for I think way too long.
It's been a year.
No, it hasn't been a year, but it's
Yeah.
been like a few months.
Yeah.
And a lot of it though is because, I mean, I'm not putting it on Liza, but there's all this footage from this video shoot that we did with Liza,
I remember that.
and the video has never come out.
I don't think it ever will. It doesn't seem like it will.
So I either need to convince Liza to allow me to use that footage, or I'm just gonna do it without letting her know. But or I got to keep filming other footage. But the thing is, I want to say so much about it, and there's a reason why it takes so long for me to do it because it's a very like technical
Intricate
process.
Sure.
To do it.
How long is it? Like a long video? Is it like?
No, it's like probably like 4 minutes long. I would love it to be longer if I just continue making this type of film, if that makes any sense. But
your interests lie more in like traditional like film
Yeah,
stuff and not really YouTube.
No, yeah, definitely.
That
But
makes
who
sense.
knows? I mean, I guess one day, who knows? I may upload on YouTube. I may not. I think just the thing is, it's just like, I really just wasn't ready for it. And I needed just to put myself first. I mean, because you see, I have so much respect for everyone who does YouTube.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But, you know, you really do see how much kind of stress it becomes. Because like, you just kind of have these, like, this digital, you know, responsibility, this, like, digital chain to an audience. And it's hard for me to like fully commit to that because I want to like have the freedom of my own creativity and the time I want to work on certain things, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. Like you don't want to be it's like you don't want to be like, I have to post this day because then I'm going to maybe not do something that I necessarily want to do that day, but something that I have to do that day.
Yeah.
And you want to do stuff that you want to do, and sometimes that takes time because ideas, they don't come that quickly, or at least like really good ideas, they don't come that quickly. And that makes sense. It totally makes sense.
Yeah, because I want to enjoy this, and the last thing I want to do is not enjoy being an internet personality and all
totally.
that. So I guess that's my answer to the question. I'm kind of like,
it's only because I've always seen you. I've known you for a while, since back when Vine was around, and then I always see you around, and I'm like, oh, it's Matt, and then I'm like, but Matt's not like film. Not that people who hang out in our like friend group have to keep filming, but I'm like, Matt never like films, and I see you do brand deals. I know how that's how you make your money, but I'm like, what? But like, I always wondered, like, is he like writing like a fucking movie? Is he like? And I guess you are. Like,
I mean,
like, sort of.
The thing is, I guess is the first time I'm ever talking about it. Or, with you, or being like candid about it with like other people watching this. But I've been spending like a lot of time writing a pilot with a really close friend of mine, and then I'm working on a screenplay.
Cool.
And I have like a few kind of art projects as well.
Art like painting.
Art as in like some drawing, but also my photography as well.
Yeah.
getting booked on a few projects as well, where I get to go shoot for people that actually want me to shoot for them. So that's exciting. Yeah,
love that.
But I'm actually really glad that you've been doing these conversations with people, and I'm glad that we're finally doing it for the first time. Because I always feel like we're never like in videos together, but when we're all hanging out with everybody, you and me are like always going off and just like getting into a huge deep conversation.
You're always the one whenever I go to David's house or anybody's house and you're there, I usually bring up like a movie and you're like, holy shit, this part, this scene, this, and like we go in for, I remember we talked about fucking movies for 2 hours with your friend. I forgot your friend's name,
but was it Alex?
It was Alex, Alex. We were all sitting by the fire and just talking about movies and how Alex like wants to, make them and like you're always that guy that I end up talking to for a long time.
Dude, you have to see the film that Alex just finished. It's called Otherland. It's a short film. We just submitted it to Sundance. I'm like an executive producer on the film, but basically that's just mean because I gave them money because I really believe I gave them money because I really believed in the project.
Yeah.
But dude, it's like 12 minutes. It's I don't want to say too much about the plot. I have to show you when you like drop me off. It's like
sure.
I'm really proud of it. And Tony Revolori is in it, and Isabel Furman. Tony Revolori is like the lobby boy from like Grand Budapest Hotel, SpiderMan.
Oh shit, okay.
Isabel Furman, she's been like in Hunger Games, The Orphan. Incredible actors and actresses.
Yeah.
But it's a really great film. So
nice, man.
I'm excited to see how that turns out.
But yeah, no, I mean like me and you don't really like talk that much, but when we do, we talk a lot. And I never knew what you did.
Yeah,
and that's always been the thing. Like I know what Heath does, I know what Zane does, I know what Liza does, I know what everybody does. Even Alex to a degree.
Well, I know I like to have a bit of privacy with my own like personal life and the stuff I'm working on, because what we do is so public.
Yeah. That you want to contain a little bit.
Yeah, I like to contain, because that's where like I really get things done, because the more public things become, it's just, I don't know.
Do you feel like a pressure if there's more public things, and that like, Are you afraid ever of, like, let's say you had a relationship? Would you ever want to put that online? Ever?
I don't know. Now,
probably not, right?
Probably not. It all depends on the connection I have with that person and like how I see like our relationship going. It's such a hard question to answer, because so much of it is you'd have to sense that like on instinct. And
I guess.
I think though there is such a thing, like the more you make your private life public, the more you like lose that sense of I don't know.
Intimacy?
The sense of intimacy, of just really knowing who you are because you've given it to everybody else.
Sure, and I get that.
I think, I don't know, I kind of really learned that early on, and I think that's kind of kept me pretty mentally in check with my own personal life. So, I don't know. It's worked for me.
I thought the same thing. The only, like, the way I go about it, because I just recently got a girlfriend. Like, me and Skrull have been dating for a while.
Congratulations.
And, thank you. And we posted something at Disneyland, and I was like, I had that same thought of like, why should I post this? Like, I kind of want to keep this private. But I was like, I'm going to take away the fact that that people follow me on Instagram. What normal people do when they're dating somebody, because you want to like be like, oh, this is my girlfriend. Like, hey, like it's like showing your girlfriend to your parents, or like showing your significant other, like, hey, this is my girlfriend, or this is my boyfriend. It's like that feeling of like, this is my boyfriend, or this is my girlfriend. And I was like, that's what people do on Instagram, even if they're not social media people like we are. Like, they just do that. Like, they just post a photo of the girlfriend. I was like, well, I want to do this. Like, I want to post a photo, so I'm going to post a fucking photo. And like, I did it, and I didn't even think twice about it.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, doing it all the time, that's different. But like, I was
if you feel that it is right, and like it's the right thing to like, I don't know. If you feel if you feel like it's the right connection with that person, they're gonna like respect it. Then it's like, go for it by all means. I think it's so weird dating like in LA, and a lot of people who are interested in you, like, are maybe just only interested in the idea of you, or they're like, you know, like a partial like fan or something. Like, you know, like I'm on Bumble, I'm like trying to like date around, and sometimes like I'll find like, oh my gosh, this girl's perfect, she's amazing, and then I'll check out her Instagram and I see that she's like following everybody, the entire squad, and I'm like, well, this is gonna make her night when she comes out and meets everybody. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's just,
it's just you want
them to like you and not the people.
The
idea of you, and like even the people that you hang around. Like, it's weird. Yeah, and I get that for sure. But I feel like you can kind of like weed that out pretty quickly. But
yeah,
like,
definitely. But you know, it doesn't say like it ruins like my hope or that's like the only thing that I look for.
Yeah.
But it is like so complex, like in LA, and you never know like what somebody's agenda is. Like they're like, oh, I would love to date Matt, and oh, I would love to get on his Instagram, and I'd like to repost about me, and it's just, ugh.
It feels yucky.
Yeah,
I don't use that word a lot.
Yeah, and I'm not saying I don't expect everybody to be shallow, but there are definitely some people out there, especially in LA, who just like got another secret agenda, and I just no.
Is it because you've met some of those people and it's left a bad taste in your mouth, and now you're kind of like on guard?
Yes, and you hear these nightmare stories too of like other people who've dated, you know, both guys and girls, like who have kind of this like secret
agenda. No, it is strange dating here because you get that paranoia, but at the same time you kind of go like, well, I can't just live in this paranoia. I can't be like everybody's out to get me or everybody needs something from me or wants something from me. Because at least for me, because I was doing the Bumble thing for a while before I met the girlfriend, and I was like, I don't even really care if they know about what I do. Like, I'm just never going to bring it up.
Right.
Ever. Like, I'm never going to bring it up unless for some reason I get a call, and then, like, that's different. Like, I get a call about something that I have to do.
Yeah.
But I will never bring this up, and we're never going to talk about this. I always just equate it to this is like if I worked at Subway. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's no different
But it does
levels.
say a lot about, like, who you are, you know?
But I mean, I feel like that's what people should do is just make it like a job. Like, that's what I do. This is what I do. And, like, make it this big, aggrandized, like, I'm this person. Just like, this is what I do. I have to do these things. It's my job.
Right.
It's a job. And I think even if somebody knew, if you met, I really hope this old person doesn't hit me.
Oh, they're so adorable.
Yeah, they're really cute. But, okay. But if they hit my car, I would have gone, now, what the fuck? No, but, yeah, I think that if you're with somebody that knows you from a thing, even if it's like kind of even like it's sneaky, like you go on a couple dates, they don't bring it up, and then the third date they're like, okay, Matt, I know you from this, that, and the other, and then you have to be like, I mean, like, it's just my job, it's just what I do.
I think I just gotta stop looking. If I pair with a girl on Bumble, I gotta stop looking at her Instagram and checking if she's following all of my friends.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to get that out of my head rather than like basing all of my judgment on that. If it happens, it happens. But I think that's something right now that's really gives me like cold feet early on. But
I get that.
Yeah.
So movie stuff,
dude.
Yeah.
You just caught you texted me. I'm like halfway through watching Creep 2. Have you heard of it?
Is that the Duplass guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, like I love Mark and J.D. Ploss so much. And
Yeah.
I was like watching it, and it's just I still feel like.
Really? You ever see Blue Jay?
No.
Blue Jay is great.
Is that one of their films?
It is written by the Duplass that always is in the Duplass movies. It's written by him, and it stars that lady. Fuck, what's the girl's name? Did you watch The People vs. O.J. Simpson?
Yes.
The lady that played the lawyer.
Yes.
So
yes.
her
from American Horror Story.
Yeah.
I never know her name.
Yeah, I never know her name. Great, and it's hour and 20 minutes, perfect, and it's just this perfect story, and but it's crushing. It like you watch it, and you're like, I don't really know where this is going. Oh, and you go, oh, and it's like it's almost like that feeling that you had in Hereditary.
Yes.
Where you're just like, oh boy,
I gotta watch that.
Wait,
I swear on my like notes app, I have just like a list of like movies, and I think every time I'm updating it, it's like the last movie that you recommended.
Yeah. No, it's just like.
And I really want to see Summer of '84. Have you heard about that one?
No.
It's like a set like in 1984, and it's like these kids, and they like one of their next door neighbors is like a serial killer.
Yeah.
It's like Stranger Things meets a serial killer.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
It's got that
the
80s
Duffer
aesthetic.
Brothers, vibe, but it got really great reviews, so that's one I really want to see.
So who would you say, like, since you are more into cinematography and photography, who is your, like, go-to, I guess I could say director, who's your go-to director, like movie director and or photographer that you, like, take a lot of inspiration, or that you look up to?
Photographer, My biggest inspiration for photography is Daniel Arnold. He's a New York City street photographer.
Yeah.
Granted, my photos are like candid, but they're of people that I know. I love like capturing moments in people and that type of like intimacy. He does that with like complete strangers. Granted, he lives in New York, so there's so much constant stimulation out there. But his photography is just really edgy.
Is it like raw? It's like that.
Yeah, he just sees these moments of strangers. Like you'd see like two guys wearing like a matching T-shirt, and you're like, what is every picture he takes? You want to know what was happening.
Yeah.
Who were these people, and how did this happen? He has such a sharp eye when he goes around and takes his photos, and I always like try to think like, what would Daniel Arnold think? But I have a lot of respect for him.
I can kind of see that for yours, because you're always at like, when you go to those festivals, you always just take random photos of people.
I'll just like go up to people and just start taking photos of them, and that's where you.
Do they ever get weirded? Like, hey, come back, and you like run away with it?
It's film. They can't be like, delete it. Like, whatever. Sorry. Yeah. See you later. Take it as a compliment if you like. If I take a photo of you, and then I swear that guy was wearing one of Scott's shirts over there. He's like,
what? Which one?
60 years old. It was like the yellow shirt. I thought it the Saturdays one. I swear. And then, directors. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. I think Mark and J.D. Duplass, like, I really do like as both brothers, directors, writers, and even actors as their own, like, creative duo. I just finished reading their memoir that they wrote together called Like Brothers. So I pulled, like, a lot of inspiration from them. But you know what I have? I bought Filmstruck and the Criterion Channel, which is, like, Netflix, but for really
for film buffs
really artsy movies and stuff. So lately I've just been going on there and just watching like old like French films and stuff, and pulling like ideas and inspiration from that.
Oh, like that, like French New Wave kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
from the
yeah,
60s.
yeah.
Yeah, I have still yet to watch that one that you recommended. That fucking
Pierre LeFou.
Yeah,
yes.
I haven't. I looked up scenes and I was like, whoa, this is the 60s. Like I didn't know that was from the 60s because it feels modern the way that the dialogue is. But you do, but so you're more of a Duplass / like French New Wave, like those are. So like Bergman,
yes.
Sort of. Bergman was
Richard Bergman.
Ingmar Bergman.
Oh,
he was the guy that did Seventh Seal.
Yes.
And he did one of my favorites is Cries and Whispers.
I haven't seen that one.
Cries and Whispers is brutal. And no, I don't know if he's a French New Wave director, but he's definitely is he Swedish? I don't know, but he was in that like 60s era of like kind of like foreign directors like taking cinema and just like completely dismantling it and just being like, this is what we can do with this. And like then of course like people in the States like Woody Allen and people like kind of almost like stole that formula and just kind of like ran with it. And that's kind of weird because I watched that and I'm like, that's how like mumblecore, even though that's kind of almost a degrading term, mumblecore.
Is it? No,
it kind of is now. Like, because when I think of mumblecore, I think like, yeah, man, like life, you know, man. Like, it's almost that kind of. I don't know. It leaves like when you talk about it now with people, it kind of almost leaves like a bad taste in some people's mouths. I don't know why, because people think like hipster. I think they can be.
Yeah, I think they can be really well done. Like totally. If you've ever seen like Frances Ha, which is Greta Gerwig's like first film. Yeah. Actually, I think like Noah Baumbach directed it, but it's incredibly well done, and she kind of created her whole like career through the mumblecore film. But just having like good trusted actors, just kind of like improving dialogue, not improving the plot, but just they know what the scene is, and just having them naturally go at it. I think is when you really get some great discoveries and also just scenes from it as well,
from the improv of it all.
I guess if
moments that you wouldn't be able to script even if you tried.
Right.
Exactly.
I get that. But Frances Ha, I think it's on Netflix.
Frances Ha. Yeah, I loved. I mean, Greta Gerwig made Lady Bird, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the only like I guess mumblecore movie that I was like, whoa, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Huh, okay. And like this is so hard to answer, but like what do you like, because you want to do these things, like you don't want to do YouTube, you want to be but you want to be doing more, I guess. I hate when people use the word traditional because it almost sounds so like it just sounds so
if
like
you're asking
bland.
like what
do you want to do?
What do I want to do? I think the main thing is like, I set goals for myself, but sometimes it's like, I don't like setting goals for myself because I don't like disappointing myself. I more just like to operate on the code of just like maximizing the opportunities that are in front of me and having my own like sense of creative trust with whatever I do. And that's where I think things are going to go. I think we're going to sell some scripts, and I think some shows are going to get made, and I think these next 2 years are going to be really exciting. Actually, this life's going to be really great. This life's going to be great.
Yeah. You're an optimist at heart, aren't you?
Oh, entirely at my core.
Yeah.
So I don't get really that worried on like great things that are going to happen. I just need to go focus and go do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's just like how I would say like where all of this would go. But yeah,
would be following your creative, like what you want to do, just following that and not deviating from like, I gotta make some money, so I gotta deviate and maybe do this.
Yeah, no, maybe. See, yeah, money like doesn't like motivate me. It's about doing what makes me happy that motivates me.
Okay.
Like, that's why, I don't know, YouTube be like, oh, you can be making so much money if I was just like putting out stuff. Yeah, but I don't want to be putting out stuff that I just rushed or made like on a whim. I want to be doing things that I genuinely care about and that make me fulfilled and make me happy. Yeah. Because that's the rub. That's where the good stuff comes. Yeah. And it makes just me happy and makes me fulfilled. Yeah. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes total sense. You don't want to be... Yeah, you want to be like just striving to make whatever just to, buy your next meal. Like you want to sit down and enjoy like eating. Just that was maybe a bad metaphor. You want to sit down and actually enjoy like the meal that you have.
Enjoy the whole chicken Alfredo pasta.
Yeah. Enjoy
all of it.
Yeah. Okay,
that's what I want. What would be your final meal?
On Earth?
Yeah.
Oh man. Probably my favorite meal is carne asada with beans and rice. That's it. That's all I need.
Nice.
Either that or like
carne asada.
Carne asada. Probably that. Yeah.
Yeah, probably that.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, like chicken Alfredo, probably.
So you weren't
chicken Alfredo pasta. Yeah, because right when that came to my mind, I was like, yeah, that'd probably be my last meal for
chicken
sure.
Alfredo. Fuck.
Have them cook that up on death row.
Are you planning on going to death row anytime soon?
Not anytime soon.
I'm not ruling it out, but okay. Yeah, I never knew like what it was that you did and or wanted to do. I knew what you wanted to do.
It's none of your business.
I knew what you wanted to do for sure, but I just didn't know what you were currently doing. And yeah.
No, I'm excited. We're gonna go traveling soon. We're gonna be going to Japan.
Oh yeah, because didn't Zane get you the tickets?
He did.
For Japan? Were you really crying? Were you? That was real crying?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't know you wanted to go to Japan that badly.
Oh, very badly, man. I've been wanting to go for a long time, so I'm very excited that that's happening. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do also just a lot more traveling this year. It's your mid-20s, man. You gotta enjoy them. You gotta enjoy these years.
How old are you?
I'm 26. How old are you?
24.
Okay, yeah.
Not that far off.
Look at this parking job. It's terrible.
This parking lot is the fucking worst. Everybody here, it's like they've all are parking for the first time in their life. Well, says the guy that looks like he's parking for the first time in his life.
All right. Let's get the flag.